esteemed city council members and Chair Hanowitz for again joining us for this significant moment. We will soon hear, we changed the order a little bit, but I want to send a shout out to our first Poet Laureate, Gloria Munoz, who moved away from the city, but thank her for doing a great job for us as the first in my administration. And we are going to be welcoming just in a few minutes our next Poet Laureate, Denzel Johnson-Green. Denzel. As we prepare to host the Carter G. Woodson flag, it's important that we pause to reflect on the strides we've made as a community and as a city. Black history is critical to St. Pete's history. And in this city, we still value the truth, facts, and the accurate information that help us to lead equitable change in our city. The facts still matter. One way we're prioritizing this is by remaining steadfast in our mission to honor the promises made to the residents of the historic gas plant community. And so while plans may have shifted, our objectives are still the same: to restore what was lost, to uplift what was overlooked, and to ensure that progress includes everyone. Greater progress lies in our unity. We must be united in our commitment to justice, united in our pursuit of opportunity, and united in our belief that every voice, every neighborhood, and every family deserves to thrive. When we move forward together, rooted in truth, guided by history, and driven by purpose, we build a St. Pete that honors its past while boldly shaping our future. And I'm confident that together, as the resilient and united community of St. Pete, we will overcome obstacles and mistruths, and we will triumph based on the facts, the data, and our true history. That is what I'm going to stand on, and that is what our city stands on. After all, we are St. Pete. God bless y'all.
Thank you, Mayor Welch. And hot off the press, I would like to introduce our city's newly appointed first Black Poet Laureate, Mr. Denzel Johnson-Green. This event is his first official city appearance, so let's welcome him.
Hello. Oh my God. Thank you for coming out here. It's really cold out and I see people just shivering out there, just staying warm, like penguins out there. So I really appreciate you coming out. I'm still a geeky kid from high school. I'm still, that nerdy guy that laughs a little too loud. And so I'm happy to do this. This is so cool. And I'm happy to be here. And look at all your faces. Y'all so happy. And y'all believe in something. Y'all believe in unity and blackness and poetry and art. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. But you're here for something and you believe in that. And I thank you for believing in something at all. This would be a little zany. It's bright on the plain. Clouds white as the KFC dudes shoot, luminous like we're flying straight to heaven to see the pearly gates, not a premonition, I pray. There was that Alaska Airlines flight where the exit row doors got torn off during the flight, which was actually really scary because I used to use that airline as a kid and I always needed exit row seating. They say anyone sitting there would have been sucked out the plane. And what a terrifying thought after watching Soul Plane and seeing what happened to Kevin Hart's Doberman. There's snow in Chicago. My family picks me up from the airport. It's dark, icy wind chats up my beard. Something Chicago isn't used to from me. Things have changed. I've come back to Nursery Waters for my grandmother's funeral and my sister drives up and I open the car door. The water is warm inside and shallow. Light dances on the surface, but not how it used to if light ever danced or played for me here. My mom's in the passenger seat talking on the phone, hands it to me with a business card, asking me to take a picture of the paper. Nothing stopping her from doing it. I almost asked why she can't do it. She's still young, military captain in there somewhere. handing me her phone. Her pictures are open, and it's grandma's face is the last thing that's open. Great. Fast forward. Hands wrestle hands, trying to remember every relative's name. Late night studying didn't work. The test commands the sweat. All the things old folks told me growing up rushes to mind like a snowball to the face. I dumbly find myself parroting, is that, oh, that's so-and-so. Who's your mom? Who's your grandma? Children, grandchildren, great-grands take up the migratory paths. The ancestors clear their throats, sit up straight to watch us pour in by the hundreds. Springfield Baptist Church is swell this January morning. Clans sit with clans. Prove who you are with a handshake. I fumble on one or two. Asphalt palms, gems on rings, on pinkies, earthquake voices, young men now old, smile like gunmetal, hard metal flowers. Plants grow bark now. Old folks get older now. Ivory grins and crow's feet, now vanilla grins and stork's feet. They sway gently now, ushering in the new blood. Elephants rumble in the savannah. We are the mega herd gathered to mourn, chew the grass. Hey, somebody mind the dang babies. Old heads rumble, wave their ears. They fan themselves and hug other clans, steel poles for touch, meeting gently and embrace with a surprising grace. Black is the skin, black is the cloth, black is everything, and the mood is loud, trumpeting, sloshing of tails, pachyderm familiarity. The time for crying is not yet. The cold night is not yet. Now is the greeting time. The sun is here, and the savannah is so freaking warm. And today we remember why elephants never forget. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Denzel, for sharing your powerful words with us today. Your poem honored the depth, resilience, and brilliance of Black history. We're grateful for your voice, your artistry, and the truth you carry through your work. We look forward to hearing from you again on February 18th at Mayor's State of the City. To continue the first for the city, I am pleased to introduce Chair Hanowitz, who represents District 4. She's the first ever Hispanic to be elected to City Council. Let's welcome her.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Wow, that's a hard act to follow. Let me tell you, we were in City Hall doing City Council business, and it is wonderful to come out here to hear beautiful music, beautiful poetry, and beautiful culture, because that's what we're here to do today. So thank you, Mayor, and good morning, everyone. I hope you're staying warm. I know we're trying to. So on behalf of City Council, thank you for joining us as we raise the Dr. Carter G. Woodson flag in recognition of Black History Month. And as we reaffirm our responsibility that extends far beyond February. The Woodson flag is more than a symbol. It is a reminder to reflect, to learn, and to ensure that the decisions we make for our city to honor the history and contributions of those that came before us. Black history is not just a part of St. Petersburg's history, it's woven in its very fabric. The struggles, the sacrifices, and achievements of Black leaders and communities have shaped this city and this country. Recognizing that history means more than celebration, it means understanding how our past informs the present and how it must guide the future we are building together. Thank you to everyone at the Woodson African American Museum for your steadfast leadership and for championing the importance of preserving, teaching, and elevating our histories in meaningful and profound ways. As a daughter of Cuban exiles, I know how deeply our histories shape who we are. Honoring where we came from matters because the world we live in today was built by those who came before us, by communities that persisted, even when the path forward seemed impossible. Dr. Carter G. Woodson, often called the father of Black history and the founder of what we now recognize as Black History Month, challenged our nation to fully acknowledge the historic contributions of Black people. That challenge remains with us today. The lessons of Black history, of courage, resilience, and community strengthen us when we take them seriously and allow them to inform our work. So today, as we raise our flag, we recognize ourselves to listening, learning, and building a city that honors every contribution and every story. And I am proud to serve a city that continues to do this work together. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chair Hanowitz. We will now hear from a representative of the Woodson African American Museum of Florida, Ms. Vanessa Sweat.
Good morning, everyone. I am Vanessa Sweat, the office manager of the Woodson African American Museum of Florida. Mayor Welch, Chair Hanowitz, members of council, distinguished elected officials, community leaders, honored guests, thank you for joining us this morning as we gather to honor the life, legacy, and enduring vision of Dr. Carter G. Woodson, the father of Black history. Dr. Woodson devoted his life to ensuring that the stories, scholarship, and contributions of African Americans would be preserved, presented, interpreted, celebrated, and taught, not as footnotes, but as the foundational truths of this nation's history. As our country looks ahead to commemorating 250 years of independence, many still struggle to tell the full truth. The reality is that this nation's success was built not only on ideals of freedom, but on the hard work, brilliance, resilience, and extraordinary ingenuity of African people who were enslaved and brought to this land to fortify its wealth and prosperity. Those who are learned know this truth. Others may resist it, but history does not bend to comfort. It calls us to courage. In 2016, when the then chair of the Woodson Board, now executive director Terry Lipsey Scott, appealed to the mayor of the city of St. Petersburg to raise the flag honoring Dr. Carter G. Woodson, she did so with clarity and conviction. She knew it was time for our city to take a lead, to become a truth teller and a beacon for integrity and inclusion. This flag was not simply a symbol. It was a statement that Black history matters and that the untold stories deserve to be seen, heard, and honored. Though Ms. Scott is not with us this morning, she asked me to remind us of this. African American history will not be ignored at this nation as they mark its quincentennial. We will honor the lives and the legacies of those who made this nation great. We will not allow their stories to go untold. In that spirit, the Woodson, in collaboration with the Smithsonian and Florida Humanities Council, will open a major exhibit in July, one that centers African American experiences and highlights the countless roles Black Americans have played across centuries of American history. As the Woodson African American Museum of Florida continues to serve as a catalyst in the community and beyond for preserving Black history, we thank you for standing with us today. We thank you for honoring the resolute history of courage, resistance, resilience, and excellence. In closing, we would love for you all to take an active role in this day of celebration. So when I say Black history, you say American history. Black history. When I say tell the truth, you say honor the legacy. Tell the truth. And let me leave you with this final affirmation. When I say lift every voice, you say and tell the story. Lift every voice. Thank you so much. On behalf of the board, the staff, and the Friends of the Woodson, thank you for your continued support and for your allegiance to America's full, honest, and inclusive story. Thank you, and happy Black History Month.
Whew. Thank you, Ms. Vanessa, for your hard work and passion, not only at the Woodson African American Museum of Florida and Ms. Terry, but for the city of St. Petersburg. Also want to recognize and thank Ms. Caprice Edmond, the Pinellas County Schools Board Chair, for being here with us as well today. Okay, we are excited to have with us today Mrs. Nancy Ream, a talented local artist with a background in illustration and graphic design. She is the creative force behind this year's commemorative Black History Month poster, which you can have signed at the table provided. Okay, we will now have mayor and city council members gather for a group photo, followed by the raising of the Black History Month flag. Yes.
Okay.
Photo first.
Saludos amigos de tampahoy.com, mi nombre es José Ángel Acevedo, estamos viendo en vivo a través de nuestras plataformas el momento en el que el alcalde de San Pete, Kenneth Welch, está izando la bandera del mes de la historia negra. Esto es un momento histórico en momentos que básicamente todo el país ha cancelado este tipo de actos debido a las diferentes posturas políticas. Por su parte, en este evento,
Thank you. This concludes our Black History Month flag raising ceremony.
Compartió una de sus decisiones y mencionó que me enorgullece nombrar a Denzel Johnson-Green como el poeta laureado de la ciudad. Su trabajo impactante y reflexivo representa el espíritu vibrante de nuestra ciudad, dijo el alcalde en un comunicado de prensa, y durante la mañana de hoy estuvieron presentando al joven quien leyó frente a decenas de personas uno de sus piezas durante la mañana de hoy frente a la alcaldía, donde izaron la bandera del mes de la historia